what should prove to be a good one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st and 10, Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Vontae Davis is one of the strongest cornerbacks in the league. Equally adept at playing the run and the pass.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st down, Luck. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's the offense, and if you're the defense, Charles, you really have to focus on that guy that's highlighted on the screen.
You're talking about pure speed. T.Y. Hilton can get down the middle of the field and really stretch a defense.
Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Well, it was a season-high 96 yards for Stewart in Week 12. Threw in 2 touchdowns as well, so a nice game for him.
Remember when they missed him in the middle part of the season when he was injured? It may not be translating into winning games, but that's their winning style of football. It's Jonathan Stewart running the heck out of it, allowing Cam to throw it off and play action and get it out wide to guys like Ted Ginn and Kelvin Benjamin. And while they're not getting the W's right now, that's the Jonathan Stewart that we knew at the beginning of this season.
Newton on 3rd down. Completes it to Dixon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Newton on 1st down. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Coney in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But
try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the play clock's running down. And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. Following the penalty, here's Stewart. A beautiful fake. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free. If you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you, and anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Walden able to get him for a loss of about 3. And on third down, the Colts have added an extra. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a...
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Luck now on second down. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
And Frank Gore still 15th in the NFL in rushing despite a Thanksgiving really to forget. 15 carries, only 28 yards.
And Thanksgiving is a showcase day of football in the NFL. I think guys have come to see it as really an honor to play on that day, and the rest of the league is watching you. But I'd want to play the early games because once that tryptophan kicks in, might slow you down a little
too
bit.
much turkey for Mr. Gore?
Maybe it happened to Frank
He's
Gore.
earned it, though, with the career he's had.
Yes, he has. And you know something? I don't think he'll get back-to-back games like that from Frank Gore either.
Here's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked up by Trey Boston. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Finding time. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And some room to roam now. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 following the fumble recovery. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go back to the air here after the INT. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted Ginn, 39 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Gore back there is the lone setback. 1 receiver left is Hilton. On 1st and 10, Locke going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Philip Dorsett, 78 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because You have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a first down throw for Newton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things...
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Colts pick it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It's been a solid season for T.Y. Hilton, almost up around 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Now, he did leave the Thursday night game on Thanksgiving with a back problem. We'll see how the health pans out.
At his size, he's supposed to be strictly a space play. You know, a slot guy, quicker than fast, make a catch, make someone miss, get downfield. But he acts like he's 6'3", 220 pounds sometimes. Goes down the middle, goes into traffic, makes big-time catches, absorbs contact. It's one of the big reasons he's near 1,000 yards on the season.
On second down, here's Locke. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Star Latulippe able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. They come out here in the I. Throwing on third down, Luck. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
In motion left goes Moncrief. After the run, Luck going to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first. And
for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Following during the fumble recovery. Here's Luck. He's got time in the pocket. And now here is another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big play there on the keeper. 30 yards. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And the Colts getting ready to go. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Tackle made by K1 short. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From his goal line here, Luck. And he's got room. And give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Hilton goes in motion right. On first down, Luck. They go with a screen to Gore. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a first down throw. Luck surveying the field. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And as we sit on the doorstep now of Week 13, need to talk playoff picture. Let's look at the AFC. The Patriots at 9-2. The Raiders at 9-2. I don't know that they're getting the credit they deserve. So many people talking about New England.
I would agree with that. They're having that type of a season, their first winning season since 2002. And they have their sights set a lot higher than that now. But how about Kansas City? They went to Oakland earlier this year and beat them by 16 points. So head-to-head, the Chiefs know that they're one of those teams that you've got to beat in the playoffs.
He's coming off a heck of a win over Denver. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll send Hilton in motion right. They're going to go. It's Luck. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. The final shot before the break. Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up? that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield.
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
All right, Brandon, we've got a minute here. Let's talk about some of the top performers from last week, and I'm going to start with Tyreek Hill with the Kansas City Chiefs. What he did, phenomenal. The first rookie since Gale Sayers in 1965. Rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown, return touchdown.
Who else you got?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and Mike Evans, the wide receiver with Tampa Bay. Over 1,000 yards again in a season. He's done it every year he's been in the league. His first 3 seasons, he's joining some really nice company. And last but not least, don't leave out the defenders. How about the sack duel we had? Von Miller of the Broncos, Justin Houston of Kansas City, 3 sacks each in their great game.
And quickly, they get to the line. Again here on first down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Here's Luck. He's got time. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Coney Ealy in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. They are going for it. It's Luck. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Coney Ealy in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Newton on first down. And caught left side, Olsen. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and it's 3rd and short. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.